Hello everybody and welcome to another video, The World According to Lonza, and I am Andrew Lonza, and today is November 28th, 2024, which means today is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Here's my little pumpkin to celebrate Thanksgiving. And since it's Thanksgiving, I thought I would do something kind of fun and something kind of random with you, which I will present my top 15 films um, that I think kind of go with Thanksgiving that people might not think as traditional films that go with Thanksgiving. So without further ado, let's get to this game of my Andrew Lanza's top 15 Thanksgiving Day films. All right, and some of them are trilogies, which I could consider um, one movie. So at number 15, and this is kind of awkward, guys, but I'm going to go with the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Why? There's mountains, there's snow, the elves, and the order and everybody are there. There's a lot of feast. I feel like this is a good food movie. So I'm going with all three of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. At number 14, you're hungry, I'm hungry. This is doesn't really fit other than the fact that it has to do with hunger and it's sci-fi and it's kind of awkward to put it on my list, but I'm going with the Hunger Games. We're thinking about food all the time. The Hunger Games trilogy is, well, in some weird, twisted way, this might be a good Thanksgiving Day film set of trilogies. Number 13. This is actually one of my. This is actually more of a serious movie. It was up for last year's Best Picture nomination, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro, directed by Martin Scorsese, and it's also great book, Killers of the Flower of the Moon. Um, Check it out, you like it. Number, let's see, number. That was number. Let's go. All right, number 12. Number 12. This is from 1956. This is The Searchers, the John Wayne movie. Has lots of Native American ties. John Wayne kind of plays a racist towards, like, don't say that it's racist or canceled or whatever. But in 1956, his character was demeaned as like a tough, you know, he didn't like um, the Indians for what they did. Or he was just on a bounty hunt. He's pretty much a bounty hunter. It's starring Natalie Wood, yes, white girl playing an Indian, but that's 1956. She does a good job for that time period, and it's The Searchers, great film. I'll check it out, especially for that period. Sticking with the Native American theme, at number 11 is Last of the Mohicans. This is good. 1982 movie starring Daniel Day-Lewis. I just think it's a great movie to watch if you want some Indian culture. It's based on a book. And I think the first was directed by Michael Mann, and it 1700s I think. Because this is early on. This is a little bit after Pocahontas, and yeah, I think this story, this time period of time is after John Smith, and but before or Revolutionary War, or during, or kind of around a Revolutionary War. It's based on the book. The book is, I haven't read the book. James Fenimore Cooper. And it's like a 30s version too, but I'll check out that great film to watch. Malcolm X, lots of social commentary. Without further ado, this is this movie at number 10 is Malcolm X, directed by Spike Lee. It's a good one to watch during Thanksgiving because I think there's a lot of fall, it's November-ish or Christmas-ish. A lot of winter scenes in this film. 200,000, 200. It's like almost 4 hour movie though. So check that out if you have time. From 1995, going on real quick. This is number 9. This would be number 9. Let's see. Oh, this. Oh, this would be. Actually, there's a movie on here that's number 11. I don't have it on me, so that would be Dancing with Wolves. And then we got Last Mohicans. And then number 9 is uh, Malcolm X. And number 8. This is number 8. Here we go. Number 8. Number 8 is Dead Man. Johnny Depp, Jim Tribouche. It has a cast of like literally everybody. Johnny Depp, Lance Henriksen, uh, John Hurt, Iggy Pop, Barely Bob Thornton, Jared Harris. He's from Mad Men, and he's from The Crown. Gabriel Bryan, Alpha Madonna, and Robert Mitchum. This is probably Robert Mitchum, the famous actor from the 40s and 50s and 60s. Well, this is probably Robert Mitchum's last film, I think. One of his last films. Dead Man. It's artistic. Johnny Depp. It's poetic. It's based on a poem by Willem Blake. Willem Blake. It's based on a poem by Willem Blake. I recommend it. If you like artsy fartsy kind of movies, I recommend it. So that's number 8. Coming in with number 7. Hey, we all say there's not gonna be any family feuds, no brother versus brother, no Cain versus Abel kind of stuff. This is Some people think this movie is a little cheesy because of the time period. It's one of Brad Pitt's early films with Anthony Hopkins and Anthony Quinn. It's fall time now, so I put this on the list. So number 7, Legends of the Fall, because it is now fall time. That's number 7. Number let's see. Yeah, now we're getting into number 6. Number six is a movie that it's kind of a depressing film, but it's lots of fall scenes. I think the movie does take place in fall or winter. Jeff Bridges, Robert Williams, Terry Gilliam. It's about a man who thinks there's how much the story is, but pretty much there's lots to do with mental illness. If you enjoyed The Joker, if you enjoyed The Joker 2, let's say, if you enjoyed One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and stuff like that, and you like kind of like a trippy movie with a little bit of weird, twisted romance about a man thinking he's one of the knights in search of the Holy Grail in New York, modern day New York, The Fisher King. The Fisher King is excellent. I do believe it's based on a book too, but I'm not sure. I can't confirm that. The Fisher King. Okay. Coming in at number 5 is a great film that God bless my grandpa. He just passed away. And my grandpa and uncle, hot trivia, were involved in the making of this movie. My grandpa has Gordon Black actually has a credits roll through. At the end, you see my grandpa's name at the end of the credits as a fireman technician. Like pretty much the advisor to make the director of this movie wanted to make sure that everything was realistic. There's a famous plane crash for those who live around Kern County. I think it was shot around Orland Fields. I haven't looked it up real quick, but it's starring Rosie Perez, Isabella Rosen, Jeff Bridges, and I believe Rosie Perez was nominated for an Oscar for this. 1993 nominee. I don't know about Jeff Bridges, but it's directed by Peter Weir. Oh, Tom Aukle's in this too, and it has lots of. And I think there is kind of a fall element to this movie. Fearless, based on a book about a man who pretty much doesn't have a fear of death after surviving a plane crash. So he doesn't have a fear of death, literally. And it's a movie that my uncle's in as an extra. You see him running across the beginning. it's actually a really good film, kind of like The Fisher King, kind of some dark elements in it, but it's good. It's good. Feel this. Uh, that's checking in at number. That's number 5. Like I said, this is the awkward picks for Thanksgiving, but unlike Christmas and unlike Halloween and unlike Fourth of July, unlike Christmas, unlike unlike Easter, unlike Fourth of July, unlike Christmas, unlike Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving is a little bit more. I mean, we just think about planes, trains, and automobiles, and we think about Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving, and those are pretty much two that the main movies that have Thanksgiving theme. Um, so Thanksgiving is a little bit more difficult to have a Thanksgiving type, real Thanksgiving type movie that doesn't involve Christmas, okay? Because we have a lot of Christmas movies, and we have a lot of Halloween movies in Pacific that have to deal with the fall to winter timeline. But Thanksgiving is a little bit out of the loop. Okay, but here's I'm doing my best to give you a decent list that will be at least interesting if you follow my list. Okay, number four. Number 4. This movie actually does have a Thanksgiving scene. Um, in I believe Santa Monica, or let's see where this scene will be, L.A. Um, wherever Jim Morrison. Yes, the movie is about Jim Morrison. Lived in the, I want to say 1969, Los Angeles, right before the crap hit the fan. There's a famous food fight of him killing a duck with his wife. A little chaotic scene. Some people don't really like this film that I'm going to recommend, but if you're a hardcore Jim Morrison fan, because it did play Jim Morrison as more of a just drunken poetic asshole. When some people really claim when he was off the stage he was a nice, sweet, humble person. He was shy. He was always misunderstood. The Doors said he had a nice side to him, but the movie I've always just thought it was a rock and roll roller coaster. It used to be one of my top 10 films, maybe number 5. I have been a Doors fan ever since my dad introduced me to the Doors. When I was a little kid, he just gave me here. He said, "Here's what I listen. This is what band I listen to. I like Korn and I like whatnot." And he was like, "Oh, I like the Doors." So I like, I like a lot of movies that are coming out. A lot of movies that are based in the '60s. Like there's a new film called A Complete Unknown starring Bob Dylan. That looks good. But yes, so The Doors is number 4. The Doors is number 4. Um, Coming in at number 3 is a movie that has 1, 2, or 3 parts. Um, I like it because it is, it's Knives Out. It's just a murder mystery, and I feel like this movie, some people think it's a little boring, maybe a little slow. I need to give it a rewatch. This is the movie that I probably am going to rewatch today. It's one of the newest of it's one of the newest kind of Thanksgiving themed films. I know for sure there's lots of leaves in this movie. Lots of leaves, lots of trees with no leaves on the trees, and if you like looking for a clue, if you like the Rise of Skywalker, if you like Ryan Johnson, Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Anna De Armas, Jamie Lee Curtis, Michael Shannon, Don Johnson, Tony Collette, Elifla Stanford, Kathleen Lafron, Jordan Marfo, and the late great Christopher Plummer. Great cast, fun cast. I believe the part 2 is on Netflix, and I'm going to rewatch this movie. It says it was nominated for 3 Golden Globes, and I believe it won for Best Picture, Best Actor, and Best Actress in 2020. So this is kind of a COVID movie. Some people kind of forget about it because it came out around the COVID time. So Without further ado, this is number three, and Knives Out. All right. Number two, we're at number two. I'm going to put two movies at number two because they go together as one watch. They kind of go together as one watch. That is number two, Gone with the Wind. If you don't know what Gone with the Wind is about, then you've never seen the, you're not a movie fan, or you're not a cinema fan, really. Well, you might be. I don't want to say that. I don't want gatekeeper. I sound like a little bit of a gatekeeper with that. Or let's just say this is a all-time classic. Many it might be a controversial film now, but it has a good story to it. Great acting at the time. There's definitely issues with some of the things that you can look up with this film now. Great score though, and of course, and then it goes a good matching with both of these movies came out in 1939. Both of them were nominated for Best Picture. Yes, Wizard of Oz and Gone with the Wind. If you don't know, the movie Wicked is a prequel to Wizard of Oz, and man, it's getting buzz right now. So much buzz. People think Wicked is definitely going to be a lock for Best Picture. I wouldn't doubt it. And Best Actor and Actress, oh, those ladies are fantastic. Oliva Ruvo and Andre, not Andre, what's the gal's name? I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue twisted. Um, yes. Watch Wizard of Oz, and if you're going to watch Wicked, check out Wizard of Oz after you watch Wicked or before. And Gone with the Wind. Great number. That's my number two. At number one, this is one of my top 10 movies of all time. I don't know if it's number two or if it's number one, but I love this movie so much. It's so powerful. It has a lot of lessons that teach us like why America is the way you like it today. I think it's historically accurate, one of the most historically accurate. It deals with um, immigrations, mostly in this time period. It deals with Irish immigrants. Um, it has kind of this gatekeeping, all American, kind of like America. I want to say American first kind of ideals. Whether you agree with that or disagree with it, it kind of has like that ideals with a little bit of a lot of politics. I mean, if you don't want to talk about politics, this movie is going to get you fired up. Great score from. Here's the score. I don't know who the score is, but this score is great. This movie was nominated for 10 Academy Awards and didn't win any. And good thing, a few years later, as Martin Scorsese won, he was nominated for this movie. He was nominated for The Departed, and he was nominated for The Aviator. This movie has a great cast to it. I mentioned earlier there was The Last Mohican starring Daniel Day-Lewis. Daniel Day-Lewis in this film plays what I call, he's the kind of the bad guy. Some people think he's kind of a good guy, but he plays a bad guy. Very method acting. If you want method acting, this is the movie for you. It's also starring Leonardo DiCaprio. So it's starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Daniel Day-Lewis, and Cameron Diaz. It's also fun fact, if you've seen E.T., the little boy from E.T. is Leonardo DiCaprio's best friend in this movie. And this movie is almost a 3-hour banger, great film, 10 stars, lots of drama, a Best Picture, 10 nominations, 2 Golden Globe. This movie is a winner of 2 Golden Globe Awards in 2023. It came out in 2022 with 2 Golden Globes and awards from Best Director. So Martin Scorsese did win a Golden Globe for this film, and Best Song, The Hands That Built America by U2. I mean, this is just Lots of action, lots of drinking, lots of drinking in this movie. If you want to watch a movie with a beer, if you want to watch a movie with a Pabst Blue Ribbon or something, if you want to watch a movie with some Irish whiskey for perfect for Thanksgiving, the snow in this film at the beginning of this film is fantastic. These two gangs are fighting in snow, and there's honor in this movie. And it's film fantastic. It's good. And another fun fact before I reveal the big what the big reveal of this movie is. This movie was is going to be rumored to be a continuation of the story with Martin Scorsese producing a TV series. I don't know for who, but this is going to be a limited TV history. I mean, we talk about the Democrats, Republicans, but it's not. It's entertaining. It's not like, oh, I'm trying to be this. They're just trying to tell you a history story, and whether times have changed the narrative, and whether the narrative has changed, that's up to you. Great, great, great film. It's Gangs of New York. It's a great movie. It's usually on Max or I know Prime, and you might get it for free, or it's a $2 butt chuck. Have this movie with a beer. Have this movie with a glass of wine. Have this movie with some Irish iced tea. Enjoy it. All right, so that is my video, guys. Gangs in New York is #1 for Thanksgiving movies that you don't really think are Thanksgiving movies, but they probably are good Thanksgiving movies. So, without further more ado, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. I am Andrew Lonza. This is The World According to Lonza, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, have a good day. Bye.